Joy, your local pastor's wife who loves, maybe not local, but who loves makeup, skincare, and everything feminine. We are gonna do basic contour 101. Contour, before I learned how to do it, I feel like my camera's crooked. Is my camera crooked? Seems like a foreign language. When I thought of contour, in my mind just kind of went blank, kind of like when I think about a budget, it just like stops working, even though I have a college degree, half a master's degree. It's just, there's something that misfires there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk through simple contour with you. What contour does is it's gonna take your makeup that looks good and make it look great. It's gonna make it look more professional, brightening under your eyes, giving you like a mini facelift look, giving you brow bones when you have none. It's kind of like an optical illusion for your face. Let's do this, and hopefully you'll feel a little bit more empowered to do your makeup. This does not have to be a huge part of your routine. It takes just a small amount of time and it makes a huge difference. Okay, so here is my face with just foundation, primer, and pressed powder on top of it. It's a blank canvas. Oh, and we did my brows, of course. It's a blank canvas. It's all one color, which is a great win. Having if your face be flush, all the same color, you don't have different pigmentation changes, you're covering acne scars, whatever, you know, dark circles. I'm getting like nasty dark circles under my eyes. That's a huge win. But when you're ready to take your makeup to the next level, that's when contour comes into play, where you're starting to brighten and give your face the appearance of almost like a facelift under here, where you're giving yourself cheekbones even if they don't ever pop out. That's what contour is all about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contour half of my face, show you what I did, and then walk you through it step by step on the other side. So the difference in flawlessness is visible. So the differences that we're looking at here is you see a tremendous amount of depth and brightness on this side that is not on this side. And again, this is not hard. It's one of those things that kind of sounds like a foreign language. You just gotta force yourself to do it and it will be so easy. It's not even a long thing to add into your makeup routine. So my under eye is a lot brighter. It almost looks like someone kind of like took tape and went like this to my face. It gives you a mini facelift. And then underneath here has depth. My forehead, my nose is contoured so it looks slimmer on this side. As we get older, our nose gets bigger and it starts to kind of tip down, so you can use contour to just kind of play with that without surgery. So here's a couple of my go-to products. So first is the Skin Solution Concealer from Younique. This has caffeine in it, a high dose. It's an anti-inflammatory and it brightens your skin. So while, just like with everything in life, you get what you pay for. And personally, I would rather not be spreading toxins into my skin every day, and B, like, I love the idea that my skin is being worked on while looking good. So we're gonna start with this, and I'll show you the other products as we go. I'm gonna put a little right here and right here. As we're heading into, you know, 2020 era, 2020s, I don't know, however you wanna say that, trends are going towards more of a natural look and not so like really harsh, especially when it comes to like contour. So I use the powder concealer brush from Younique. I'm very, very dry under my eyes. And this has been one of the only tool, well, it's been the only tool that I found that doesn't crease my concealer. Otherwise, like even when I use a blending bud, my eyes are too dry and it just gets all creasy and cakey and it's not cute. So we're just blending it. The placement is gonna go, you go straight from the end of your eye to the end of your brow, and that's kind of where you bring up your concealer so that it draws the eye up and out. If you're just sticking here, it's not gonna give you that lifted look that you want. It really changes the whole shape of your face. It's awesome. Okay, so then I'm gonna use whatever's left on here and go on the bridge of my nose and brighten that up, as well as the tip. I'm gonna just kind of blend to brighten that up. We're gonna go, I already did a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And you can go on your forehead. I typically use a pressed powder for that. Again, my skin is really dry. Hold on. See how bright that is? My whole face, that concealer alone changes my whole face. So then we go in with our all-in-one color stick. These are cream blushes and they are infused with shea butter and avocado oil. They give you an incredible condition to your skin. Your skin will be so soft when you start regularly using these. And I'm gonna use it, they're very highly pigmented. This thing's gonna last you forever. And this is, I think I said the color Cinnamon Latte. I'm gonna go right under my cheekbone. Literally, you can like feel where your cheekbone is and go under, but don't go below halfway. You wanna keep it all up so your face doesn't look muddied. And I'm gonna use a blending bud And I'm just gonna use like a circular motion to blend up into my hairline. And the depth that this gives you, popping that cheekbone out, making this color pop even more, is really where your makeup starts elevating. And it looks way more professional than just having a foundation on. I'm gonna add a little bit more. It is buildable, so you can add as you go. Then I am going to go up on my temple. I already did this on the other side. And I'm gonna bring this 5 head in a little bit, make it look smaller. It's amazing what you can do with makeup. Blend it all the way around, roll it all around. Okay, and then I'm gonna go on my nose. This is my favorite thing to contour because it really, really changes how your face looks. And I'm gonna just draw a straight line down. Again, you can always add more, or 2 straight lines apparently. I'm gonna take my blending bud and just blend it. I am going a tiny bit onto the bridge of my nose to make that bone look even smaller. Okay, and then I'm gonna go right across the bottom to lift the tip of my nose. Make sure you blend it in well so you don't have like some crazy weird contour line. And you can go a little bit across here if you want. There's just some aesthetic choices that you'll make as you do it. And I'm going just really lightly into where my brow line is. The goal of the light spot on the bridge of your nose is to take it from like a little bit wider here and taper it down. And we'll use bronzer later to complete that even more. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in with my Prime Plus Set powder. This is infused with, it has water capsules that release as you shake it up. So when you get it, it'll be like, it's a little over half full, and that's so that you have room to shake it up. Take a little tiny blending bud, and we're gonna put this underneath our eyes. I put a little bit more than I actually need, and then after I let it sit for, I don't know, maybe 1 minute, then I brush it off. Okay, setting powder brush. And I use this one to set my whole face because the bristles are very loosely compacted. So it puts the setting powder on and blends your makeup, sets it without moving your makeup and without pushing the powder into your fine lines, which is literally the last thing that we want when we are doing makeup, especially if we have mature or dry skin. Let me finish the rest of my face and I will show you how this looks with eyes and cheeks done. And here is our final look. I did throw in just a halo hair extension to add a little bit, y'all. Look at the glowiness, the dewiness. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I used cream blush stick for my blush and my lips in the color Barely Blushing for luminizer and contour and ombre, and then peony pink as a base for both, and they're just so stinking gorgeous. So I will give you all of the info in the link or in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. I am always here to help, and I do go live on Facebook every single day, Monday through Saturday, at least once, if not multiple times, doing skincare or hair or makeup or whatever, and then occasionally on Instagram, but I have an Instagram stories all the time, so come find me.